Welcome to the Virtual Pilgrim podcast, where every step is a part of the journey. The Virtual Pilgrim podcast captures spontaneous, casual chats with people met along the Camino de Santiago, each sharing their own beliefs, stories, and ideas. What you'll hear reflects the person speaking, not the podcast or our sponsors. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing, it's about listening, connecting, and walking alongside each other, even if just for a moment.
I'm here with...
Alvaro Martinez from Madrid.
Can you say that very slowly?
Alvaro, A-L-V-A-R-O. Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Martinez?
Martinez.
From
Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Ah, the capital.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's it like?
It's too big.
It's too big.
Too big, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
People should live. There is too many people.
There's too many people.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is fair. How big is the city? Do you know the population?
The population of the city is like 3 million.
Wow.
So it's bigger than some capitals from countries that have more population. For example, it's bigger than Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And in Germany, they are like almost 90 million people.
Yeah.
So Madrid is too big. And the metropolitan area is 6 million people.
6
million, yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Everybody has to find rent and it's impossible. It's like in Australia, it's madness.
It is madness.
It's madness.
Especially, have you noticed since COVID, it's gotten worse, or has that not been the case here?
Yeah, before COVID it was better. Right before COVID, I moved to Zaragoza.
Mm-hmm.
I found a job there, and I had a 3-bedroom apartment for myself near the city center, and it was like 450 euros.
Uh-huh.
And if I have to look there, or in Madrid, something similar, it will be like 1,200 euros, something like that.
And is that per month?
Per month.
Per month.
And they ask for 3 months in advance. They ask for your all your your contract. They ask for the blood of your firstborn child.
Yeah.
It's madness.
I remember years ago in Sydney applying for a place.
Yeah.
And we offered 6 months worth of rent in advance.
Really? Half a year?
Yeah, half a year. And it was only a 1-year contract.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And they still said no.
Really?
Yeah, we still didn't get it. It was crazy.
Wow.
But
it's like in Madrid, and you see like 20 square meters that they don't have. Maybe they have one window. The bathroom is like this, and 800 euros, 900 euros, 1,000 euros. Yeah, it's madness. It's the market is something. Someone should make something. Because the Spanish youth, we have to live with our parents. It's not that we want. It's that we have to. Some people outside, especially Americans, they think that the Italians, the Spanish, the Greeks, we love our mothers. We do. But I want to go outside, but I can't. I can't.
Definitely. So we're currently in Rabanal del Camino. And what is so special? Like, this town is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All of the buildings are kind of just built with rocks that are, I'm presuming, concreted or
no,
mud?
it's mud. It's mud.
It's mud.
It's mud. Yeah. This is by law. The houses that are in the main street, they have to be at least from the outside built like this.
Okay, so
they must.
Even if you make a new building,
if you make a new building, even if it's made with bricks, the outside must be covered with rocks.
Oh, okay.
Because it's protected. It's like this region. They build the houses, and if you have it working here, you see the fences. They are not made from wood or wire. They are made from rocks.
Yes.
And it's the same rocks. And the houses are made like this.
They are truly beautiful.
Yeah, it's only from this region.
It's only from this region.
Yeah.
And so your father was from this region?
My father was born here. Mm-hmm. My mom's from, and in the 70s, the region, nobody lives here because they left there was any work here because here the farms are really small. So when Spain industrialized in the 70s, 80s, the people from the small villages, they left because there was no work here. The people who used to work here, it was like my grandparents, but it was just to make ends meet. They have a couple of sheep, 2 cows, a couple of farms, and it was only to get by.
Okay.
So it was not like economically viable, it was just to feed yourself. And everybody in the 70s left this region. As I was telling you before, most of these villages from around here, not most of them, but a lot of them are abandoned.
That's outrageous to me.
Yeah.
Because we're not far from places like Astorga is
Yeah, it's
30
20
minutes,
minutes. Yeah, I mean, maybe for you, like 1 hour driving because you're from Australia. It's close.
Okay.
But yeah, but there is nothing. Spain has a problem, as I was telling you before. Madrid is too big.
Yeah.
It's actually too big. It's like a black hole. It sinks everything. So more people go there, more services are there, so more people are needed. So it's like a snake that it beats his own tail.
Yeah.
So and this, for example, I was living in Germany 1 year and a half, and even small villages like that, they had like some industry. They were not dead. I mean, if they were like 200 people, they were not dead. But here, this region, this village, it survives thanks to people like you who do the Camino. But if you go 3 kilometers that way, there is another village. It's almost empty.
Really?
Yeah, they're like no bars, nothing.
Because there's no Camino.
No Camino.
It's
no money.
It's crazy because I think I looked at the stats before I came over, and I think, and I could be wrong, but it's about 80,000 people a year walk from Saint Jean Pied de Port to. It might have been 40,000, but we'll go with 40,000, even the lower number. Walk from Saint Jean Pied de Port to Santiago, which means this village has 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Walk through it.
Yeah.
Buy a drink. Need somewhere to stay.
Yeah. Something to eat.
Something to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's it. It's only traveling, and you have seen it. Is a couple of albergues, a couple of hostels, but that's it. It's the only thing that sustains here because there is no. Well, there's some cows there, but it's the only. It's the only business that stays here. Tourism. It's the only thing that keeps. I'm really fortunate because when you walk to other villages, they are abandoned. They are not as nice. You have seen that there are some houses that are abandoned. No te pongas en medio. Que está grabando, cabrón.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's part of it, man. It's no worries.
As I was saying, that most places are abandoned. The houses are. They are in ruin. The walls collapsed. They don't have roof. They are abandoned. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there is a couple of here, but mostly they are in good condition.
Good condition. Yeah.
You can see that this part, the main street has to be, by law, has to be like this. As I say.
Yeah. So the Camino is actually really good for Spain's economy.
Yeah, but it's only in the Camino thing. Yeah. As I said. The money stays only in these villages. At least I think so. I think it's good for the Spanish economy because places like this, if it were not for the Camino, they will be lost.
Yeah, 100%. I can see that, and that's a horrible shame. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a shame because this region from Astorga to Ponferrada, it's called La Maragateria, and you can hear it. Yeah. And the people from here, they are like, it's not like a nationality or something like that. It's not like Catalonian people or the Basque country, but they are only from this region. They have their customs. You can see the dances, everything. And if it were not for the Camino, probably it would be lost. Because if this village didn't have the Camino, didn't have the bus, didn't have being a beautiful town, probably the people who are from Madrid, everybody here is from Madrid. So we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it would be lost.
Definitely. Now, I'm sure they can hear the music.
Yeah.
What are the celebrations here for this week?
I'm not sure, but the official part is that in 15th of August is a national holiday in Spain. Is a virgin, I don't know which one.
Yeah, I think it's for the Assumption of Mary.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's one of the key elements of the Catholicism that we have in the 17th century, 18th century. There was with the Dutch. There was of religion in Europe, and one of the core concepts of the Catholicism, the Ascension of Mary. That she didn't have. She didn't have a sin, right? I'm not religious, so I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Someone who is really religious is listening, but
to me, you're an expert, and if somebody disagrees, they can disagree.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so the 15th of August is that. Here in this village, today, 16th, there is also another, it's Saint Roque. It's another saint that we have. If you are familiar with the Spanish traditions, every small town has a couple of saints or a couple of virgins,
I did not know that.
It's one of the key concepts of Catholicism. You have some saints. It's one of the main driving factors between when there was the separation between the Protestants and the Catholics. It was the Protestants. I'm not familiar because I know the Catholic.
That's okay. That's
Catholic part. That you should not. They say I don't believe in God, but the Catholics, they think that you have saints, you have the Virgin Mary, which she also didn't have sin. But for the I'm sorry. But the Protestants, they don't believe in saints. If you go to a Spanish church, it's filled to the brim with decoration, with saints, with images. But the Protestant ones, they don't have anything.
They don't have it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, it's definitely been wonderful seeing the festivities. Like, one of my favorite days on the Camino was yesterday when I came into town.
I'm really happy about that.
It's going on. I don't know if you saw me, but I was there with a drone last night.
I saw you.
It was magical looking down.
Yeah, you're really like, okay. Papá, no te pongas en medio.
It's okay.
He's my father. You are really lucky to be here right these days.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the year, this is empty.
It's incredible.
You came in the perfect
time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I walked the Camino at this time last year.
Really?
And I did not see this at all.
No.
I must have, I don't know where I was, but not in the towns that are celebrating.
No, because this one, 15 is a holiday it's national holiday. Nobody works. Well, nobody works in August, but 15 especially, nobody works in Spain. Spain is closed in August, not for the tourists, but the rest of the country, it stops.
Yeah.
But here is 15, and in most, it's like the big towns, for example, Astorga, or bigger towns, bigger villages, they have like 20th of July. They have like, this is my saint. But not like the rest of the small villages, the rest of the country, which they don't have. You only have 365 days. So it's like for everyone, it's the 15th of August. Amazing. And here we have 15 and 16 together.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I like it. It's a blessing to be here. That's
yeah, absolutely.
Now, there's a big pole behind you.
Yeah.
And you are the pole man, is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you become the man who flies the flag?
Well, I'm the only one who wakes up at 12 after being out partying all night. Most of the young people, they are sleeping.
Yeah.
So that's how you become the pole man. It's, usually I share it, but if you recorded yesterday, you can see that we traveled the whole village with the pole. Did you?
I didn't see the pole yesterday.
Really? Oh.
But I was here for the nighttime one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today we carried only around the church, but yesterday was around the whole village. And the tricky part is the cables. You have to lower it.
Yeah.
You have to lower it so it doesn't touch the cables. And I usually share it. Maybe I do one part from here to my house or to the main square, then the next part another one. Then I did from the main street, and then someone carried to the church. But I do it because nobody else does it.
Okay.
Usually, I was talking with when these villages were populated, there were like 200 people living here. So there was a lot of young people. It was like an honor to carry it. There were more festivities that they carried. But now we only do it 15 and 16. And there is less young people. They are hungover, they are sleeping. I have slept only like 5 hours, but anyway, I always wake up and I always carry it because if I don't do it, nobody else does it.
Yeah.
And for me, personally, I'm really happy to do it because for me, it's like I'm a continuation of the traditions of even though I'm not religious or anything, but being the continuation of the traditions of my grandparents, and maybe this tradition has like 400 years. So being part of that thing, even if I don't know them, because my grandfather died, so I cannot talk with him about that. But it's really fulfilling for me.
Yeah, good.
Because having these traditions, being a really old country that, for example, maybe like with the Saints, it's only about after the Christians came with the Romans, but maybe these traditions, they are like 2,000 years old. Maybe they were pagan before, so being part of that is for me, it makes me really happy and really proud.
Yeah. Can you do the clicky thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Qué te pasa?
Mucha foto, mucha cosa.
¿Me está haciendo una entrevista?
Y pasa de Rabanal, pasan todos de lejos. Este pueblo no
Pues
le
me
toca.
está haciendo una entrevista él, de Rabanal.
De Rabanal, pues.
No, I was telling her that you are doing an interview.
Oh yes. Sí.
Sí,
¿Qué
pero
quieres?
nunca sale de Astorga a Molina Seca. Y
She's
desde
telling
aquí,
she's saying that in the TV, in the programs, they only show Astorga and Molina Seca. Rabanal, it's always forgotten.
Rabanal should not be forgotten. This
Que
is
nunca hay que
beautiful.
no hay que olvidar Rabanal, que es muy bonito.
Yeah.
Ya, pero vosotros que hacéis reportajes y cosas, nunca sacáis a Rabanal.
She's saying that you that do documentaries, you don't, you never show Rabanal. Pero que lo está haciendo ahora.
Hace 15 días hemos visto uno de León a
15 days ago,
Ferrara,
they said que.
Castilla-La
Ahora lo meto, no te preocupes.
Muy bonito,
Lo van a cerrar.
muy eso, pero Rabanal,
Never. But today, yes.
She said that nobody shows Rabanal. Lo está haciendo.
Today they do.
bueno,
Hoy lo está
lo
haciendo.
veremos.
Hoy lo está haciendo.
Yeah.
We will see.
Gracias por acordarse de
Ah,
Rabanal.
gracias, gracias.
Getting ready for your Camino adventure? Camino Guides is your perfect companion. Packed with detailed maps, essential tips, and rich historical insights, these guides will help you every step of the way. Whether you're walking from Sarria, Finisterre, or even the English route, with Camino Guides, you will never pout. Find all the links to the books from Camino Guides in the description below.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Do we want to move the pole and keep going?
Yeah, do you want to take it inside?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you want to help me?
Yeah.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you carry this? Is that okay? Gracias.
We're going to go there,
Yep.
and now you take it. Okay, and now we go inside.
Yep.
Vamos para adentro. Come here.
Oh, lo siento.
Yo pensaba que era de la foto también.
No. ¿Has cerrado? It's closed. No. Open. You have to open it. No. Okay, like this.
Yeah.
No. You go there.
Go forward.
You go in these aisles. You go there, and we have to store it. Do you see this table?
Oh, see. Yep.
Come in. Yeah, you have to work like. Sorry.
Lo siento.
Look, this is the saint. This is San Roque. And now, you have to climb to the chair. I don't know, and you can see. ¿Qué le doy?
Oh, yeah.
You can see the metal things that.
Yep. See.
Like this.
Like
Okay.
this, yep.
To the next year.
To the next year.
Yeah. Uy.
It's beautiful in here.
I think it's 1,000 years old.
1,000 years
Yeah,
old.
I think so.
It
Yeah.
was built in the 12th century.
In the 12th
800.
century.
900 years. now.
A very important church because this was, in the medieval times, this was the end of one of the steps of the Camino de Santiago.
Yeah, okay.
For the pilgrims, it was essential.
Yeah.
It remains only that part. But this village was one of the most important ones 800 years ago.
I didn't know that.
Still
and I'm
is.
from here.
It's very
I
beautiful.
didn't know it.
And it is very curious. Where are you from?
Australia.
Oh, you're there. Yeah. Upside down.
Yeah.
Upside down.
Upside down, yeah, exactly.
This is up there. It's the Camino. At the other side of the wall is the Camino de
Yes.
Santiago. That's the street. And we know that the first pilgrim, the name of the first pilgrims going through here is a bishop of France, Le Puy, whose name was Goddess Calco. So there are pilgrims already passing by since the year 900, not 1900, but
900.
Yeah.
and it is very important because when the Camino came from all Europe. For example, from Paris, the Church of St. James, from Le Puy, which is to the east of France, more or less, but important from North France and England. Why? Because this was a church founded by the Templars, which was an order of knights, warriors, monk warrior, defending the pilgrims, because and down here there were Muslims, different Muslim kingdoms, and they used to attack the Christians and kill the Christians normally. So there were knights here defending them. They have a castle down there at Ponferrada, but they built also this church for the defense of the pilgrims. And these people was coming from North Europe. And this is this type of arches, which you see here, which are not open, which are closed, and typical from North Europe and England.
Okay.
So people coming from there came with their own way of seeing the architecture, the art. And as it was on the way to St. James, and people stopped here at this village, everyone, not in Ponferrada, but here, in Ponferrada, there was nothing.
There was nothing. There is nothing now.
When I went, I say always this is the last civilized place.
Yeah. I was telling them that the Fontevadon was abandoned. There was nothing there. Now there is some hostels, but it was abandoned. There is no village. There is nothing.
Everything ruined. So here the pilgrims stayed and had the idea, wanted to think in Compostela. So my impression is that they had no space to build naves, but they tried to create the idea that they were arriving to Compostela. So if you open those arches, the idea is similar as the idea of the Cathedral of Compostela, and it was built at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
At the same time. So it was the impression of arriving there. And also it is an impression giving the pilgrims a spiritual reason to go to Compostela. Because if you see here, we are in a sort of darkness, so to say. So that is the state of many pilgrims. And there is always, the whole day, coming light from there.
Yeah.
Light is the sign of Jesus. I am the light of the world.
Yeah.
So it's Jesus himself coming to transform you.
Yeah, and also this is oriented to the southeast. So when you have mass in the sunrise, you are coming here and you see the sunrise coming. So it makes the impression that Christ has come right now for me.
But it is not only that, which is the essential idea of the light. The essential idea of the light is that one. But in the Eastern cultures, especially in the Bible, East is the place in which life grows, is created, starts.
Yeah.
So the Garden of Paradise was today's. I mean the name. It is the place in which the sun rises, in which life rises, in which life comes back. Life starts again. So it was for them essential to pray in that direction, because it is where life, Christ, comes to you and transforms you.
Yeah.
This idea of the light was also essential for the pilgrims, because starting at Le Puy, one of the places in which it starts, which is a sanctuary of Our Lady of the year 450, I think it is, if I remember, it is one of the oldest sanctuaries of Our Lady in Europe, following St. Mary the Major, which is here depicted, St. Mary the Major of Rome. starting at that place, the pilgrims could see a fresco of the Transfiguration of the Lord, which is essential in the life of Jesus, because it's the turning point in his life.
Yeah.
Up to that moment, he was in Galilee. Everything was beautiful. Sometimes he had argued with something, but from that moment on, he went to his pilgrimage, started his pilgrimage to Jerusalem, in which where he died.
I never thought about Jesus walking a pilgrimage, but he did. His journey was a pilgrimage.
It's written in the gospel that there he started his exodus at the Mount Tabor. So there we have the fresco of the table. Mount Tabor is the place in which light comes through Jesus, showing that he is many more things we can imagine than we see. And when you arrive to Compostela, initially in the 12th century, at this moment, but it was from the very beginning, it was a memorial place, so to say, of the Transfiguration, because from the beginning they had the sepulchre of St. James, and at the left a chapel of St. John, at the right a chapel of St. Peter. So they have Peter, James, John, the three apostles of the Transfiguration. And at the back, Santiago in the cathedral, is the chapel of the Holy Savior, which is Christ in the mystery of the Transfiguration. And the main porch of the cathedral should have been the porch of the Transfiguration. What does it mean? From Le Puy to St. James, the pilgrims thought or had as message this Transfiguration idea. Light coming through themselves to be transformed, which is in Transfiguration in the Gospel in Greek is metamorphosis. It's the metamorphosis of the pilgrim through this experience which goes through up to Compostela, in which they should have experienced totally this total change.
Yeah.
Therefore, in this church is a very important place in the Camino, because everyone stopped here. Everyone.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, no exception.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's really nice. I mean, I'm from here, but I didn't know that.
Which of the things?
I mean, the history of the church. I know that it was really old, but I know it was from the Templars. But I didn't know the Transfiguration, the part about Santiago. I didn't know that. They don't teach us that in school.
It's in the Codex Callistinus, the Codex in the book that talks about pilgrims to Compostela, which is in the Cathedral of Compostela. Just to say here, in the 15th century it was already nearly ruined, the church, and then they built this inner part of the church, just so that it could stand. And there was always humidity and water running down here. So that's the reason of the state in which we see now the church.
Okay.
It was they took many times to repair it. At the back there is also a pillar trying to make that it is not ruined, but the basic idea is kept, although it is nearly ruined. The apsis where the lights come through, but in the Christian tradition, in the first Christian churches, the apsis is also a sign of the universe.
Yeah.
It's the universe in which is to be found the heaven. Therefore, many times are depicted there, or Christ Himself, or the saints. And normally, at the top of the arch, preceding the axis, there is a sort of crown, so to say, with an enrollment. We have something similar in the Church of Saint Joseph here, which is a very beautiful idea. God the Father blessing everyone coming inside. It's very important, the Church of St. Joseph, essential for the pilgrimage. That's a Baroque church. Anyway, blessing of God the Father coming to us through the light of Jesus Christ and arriving to us in the sacraments. So it's the way in which God the Father comes to us. No? Essential through the sacrament is a sort of movement. And up here there was this sign of the presence of God transcendent, which cannot be seen. It is relative new, what we can see here, a round circle with a cross. It is relatively new, has nothing to do with the traditional representations. It is, I don't know, 100 years or something like that. I mean, it has no value. Has no value at all from the artistic point of view or the architectural point of view.
Have you ever dreamed of walking the world's most iconic trails but lacked the time or opportunity? With the virtual Pilgrim, you can embark on a breathtaking journey without ever leaving your home. Our extended, high-quality walking footage captures entire trails from start to finish, allowing you to experience the beauty, serenity, and adventure of long-distance walking.
Alrighty, and we are back on.
Okay.
So we've just been fed some delicious empanadas.
Did you like it?
I do. They're very different from empanadas from Mexico or from Chile.
They are called the same, well, the same language. It's the same idea, empanada, something between the bread.
Yep.
But
Oh, is that what it means? Something between the bread?
empanada, yeah, something between the bread, yeah. Pan, bread, and in. So they didn't break their brains to come up with a name.
You have blown my mind.
Really?
I never knew what empanada stood for. I just knew I loved them.
Something in the bread.
Something in the bread.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, it's the same idea. Now there is a lot of fractions with the Argentinian ones. There is a lot of, in Madrid at least, there is a lot of Argentinian empanadas business. They are opening a lot of them. The Magon, I think it's called. It's like a chain,
Yeah, okay.
and there are a lot of them. But no, the ones here are only from here. They are made in Astorga. If you go to Galicia, when you keep walking, like if you go 50 kilometers walking 2 days, they are not similar.
Okay.
I only like the meat one. There is some one from tuna. I don't know which one did you
I
take?
had both meat and from tuna.
You can also make it with chorizo, panceta, pulpo, octopus.
Yeah. Octopus.
Yeah, I don't like it, but they also make it with octopus.
That's crazy. Yeah. I always knew them to have an olive in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Always.
also here? Oh, also.
Olive oil, yeah. The Spanish food, we don't have spices. We only have garlic, olive oil, paprika, and onion. That's the Spanish food. This is the basics of the Spanish food. Most of the dishes have either one or two of them or all of them. Garlic, olive oil, and onions. Some of them paprika and salt. We don't use cumin. I mean, we do. But oregano, yeah, we do. Parsley a little bit, maybe some coriander, but pepper, yeah, black pepper. But Spanish food, the basic is, you already had it. Olive oil, it has onions, it has red pepper, and then the meat, and with olive oil and paprika. That's the basic. And you can do whatever you want. Most of the Spanish dishes, they begin with either some of them or all of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good steady base to build from as well.
Yeah. Not to sit on the British, but or the Germans, but they are always amazed. Oh, the Spanish food is really delicious, and but it doesn't have any spices. The idea is that garlic, onion, they enrich the flavors a lot. So any dish that you make with it will be tasty. Maybe you don't like it. Some people don't like garlic. Some people don't like onion, but at least it's tasty.
Yeah.
At least it's tasty. It's the only thing I can come up with. I'm not a chef.
That's all right.
And I hope the British and the Germans, they don't get angry of me sitting their food, but yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've once again, this time I've tried a lot more local cuisine as I've walked. and I keep getting blown away by just how good it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's the paella, or I had some pork the other day that was cooked and it was to die for.
Yeah. One thing that that I always say when you travel, don't ask for your country's food in other country. I made a mistake when I was in Germany. But yeah, when you go outside, I mean, there is delicious dishes everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
People eat this. One of the couple of things that are universal: the music, mathematics, and food and love.
Yeah.
I think, and everybody has tasty dishes. But when you go outside, you miss the Spanish food. It's not because I'm Spanish. No, I have been outside. There is nice dishes in Germany, but it's not the same. It's just some fried pork. Or yeah, okay. But in Spain you have paella. Everybody knows paella. But cocido, for example, you have in here the cocido maragato, which is you haven't tried it.
I don't think I've tried it.
You must.
What is it?
Cocido maragato is they boil meat, chickpeas, and then with the broth they make a soup, and then you eat the chickpeas and you eat the meat.
Oh, okay, yeah. My filming partner, Bass, he had that last night for dinner.
Yeah.
He said it was delicious.
Yeah, it is. It is. My mom, she makes it, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. The difference is the maragato, the one from this region only. They eat it in the opposite order. What we usually do is the soup, the chickpeas, and the meat. But here they eat it in the opposite order: the meat, the chickpeas, and then the soup.
Oh, okay.
The reasoning, or at least what they tell to the tourists, is that when there was the Napoleonic Wars here, there was some battles here. In Astorga, you have in there is some murals about the war with the French. And what they say is that they were eating, and they will eat the consistent part, the biggest part first, because in case the French came, at least you have had you didn't have only a soup. You always had the meat or the chickpeas, and then the soup, which is lighter. So
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
the reasoning. I don't know if it's true. I'm not historian. I don't know if it's something to tell, or someone started eating it in the opposite order and came up with something, but I don't know.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. It's funny that there's an order in which you eat it.
Yeah.
I would have thought just like soup, meat,
Some people,
lentils,
some people eat it together. I don't.
but it's not the Spanish way.
Yeah. Some people eat it, the soup with the chickpeas, for example. It's quite common actually.
Okay.
But it's always the soup, the chickpeas, and the meat. But not here. Here is the opposite order.
The opposite.
It's the same in the pot, but it's in the opposite order.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So are you very proud of coming from a region like this?
Yeah, as I was saying before, I'm really happy to be the continuation of something that is unique to this. I mean, if you are from any village, or they are unique also. But this, as we were saying before, this is going extinct. And even though I dance really bad, with the castanets I'm not good at it. I don't know how to play the tambourine or the flute, but at least I try to.
Gracias.
The dulces. Thank you.
What is this?
A sweet, hojaldre. Hojaldre, yeah.
Oh,
But at least I'm part of something that is unique to here. As I was saying before, I'm really proud of being the continuation, because someone is teaching me. This someone was taught by their parents. So you go on and on. You go to the tradition of 1,000 years old.
isn't that insane?
I mean, maybe because we are used to it, but your country, which is like a younger country, don't get me wrong, there were people before, but Australia, the US, they are newer countries.
Yeah.
For example, maybe you do, but I was in Segovia. There is the aqueduct there. I don't know if you have been there. It's a Roman aqueduct. It's 2,000 years old.
Is that with Romulus and Regulus?
No.
That's a different one, aqueduct.
Yeah, well, it's the same, but I mean, it's an aqueduct, but there is one in Rome. There is a lot of aqueducts.
Okay.
The Segovia is one of the best preserved, and it's in the middle of the city. It was working until not a couple of years ago, maybe like 200 or 50 to 300 years ago, and it has stood there for 2,000 years. So I read one tourist guide. He was telling, well, this aqueduct is 2,000 years old, and one American said, wow, that's impossible. There is nothing that is that old. Maybe it's 200. You don't know English. And I said, no. This is 2000. Your country is 300 years old, but this pile of rock, well, it's not a pile of rock, this aqueduct, 2000 years ago, they were carrying water from 50 or 60 kilometers away to the city. No, your English is bad. Okay, what are you going to say? For example, my house is 300 years old.
Your house is 300.
My house is 300 years old.
Your house is 300 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
our houses aren't made to last that long. In Australia.
Are they made of wood or?
My house is brick veneer, so just one layer of bricks.
Yeah.
And then it'll have timber frame.
Yeah.
And then it will have a plasterboard.
Yeah.
But it's
I think it's from 1750, something like that.
that's incredible.
I mean, my grandparents, they restored it because it was like in ruin, but the same walls, the same thing, yeah.
That's
It's right there. The one with the blue windows and doors, right here in the left. You have seen it. No, from here you can't.
Oh, okay.
This part is the bottom, but when you were coming down, you saw it.
Blue windows and doors. I will
That's
keep
my
an
house.
eye out for it. So how far away is this from Madrid?
Yeah, 350 kilometers.
Okay, so you've actually traveled quite a distance to come.
Yeah, almost 4 hours.
Wow.
By car, it's almost 4 hours.
Would you ever move to a city like this again?
No.
No. Not enough.
I mean,
opportunities?
there is nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a firefighter. I cannot be here.
Oh, you're a firefighter?
Yeah. So I have to work. I mean, you have to live where the work is. So there is no work here, as I was saying before.
So I should come and start fires out here.
No, please don't.
And then there's-
Stop.
then there's
please,
work.
because there is no one here. So there have been a couple of fires that have been out of control. So please don't.
Okay.
And now it's really dry. Yeah. No fires, please.
Yeah, no.
I'm not working now. Please stop.
In Australia, it's
Yeah, the wildfire.
the same.
Yeah.
We don't like fires because
Yeah, I think in the 80s we brought the eucalyptus trees from the Australian.
from Australia. Yeah,
to make the paper, but then they realized you cannot make paper, and actually the eucalyptus is a pyrophoric. I don't know they like the fire because it's the method of this tree to expand their seeds. So like 10 years ago, Galicia was burning because there was a lot of eucalyptus.
Yeah, I would believe that. Yeah, we have trees that literally they open up the seed when they burn. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I remember last year when I was walking the Camino Invierno.
Invierno, yeah, in winter.
And I remember all of a sudden there was callistemons, eucalyptus trees.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Australian natives.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? This is amazing.
Yeah, we have and in California they had the same problem. They brought the eucalyptus because it's a really fast-growing tree to make paper, but then they realized you cannot make paper with it, and then it burns like hell. So it's
a bad tree.
It's a bad tree to plant.
Yeah.
Actually, eucalyptus, I think it's in Aboriginal, it's tree of fire. I think
It could be. Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure. I'm not going to bet, but I think so. I think I read it somewhere that it means that.
I would believe you. I will believe you.
Okay, thank you.
You are my Wikipedia.
Yeah, they call me
Google.
that. My friends call me that sometimes.
Yeah, I like that. So why firefighting?
I don't know. Well, it's a long story, but I was an engineer and I joined the army as a firefighter. So I thought I liked the Air Force, but I prefer firefighter. So that's what I do. I joined to be a soldier, but not every soldier is with a gun. So I joined as a firefighter in the army. I liked it. I said, okay, I can do this. That's why I do.
Yeah.
But I have been in Germany, so I was an engineer. So life changes a lot. So after COVID, I lost my job, so I had to do something.
Yeah.
So I joined the army, and then I said, okay, I like this firefighting thing.
Okay.
I always thought it was really, really hard, and it is, but you only have to work.
Yeah.
You only have to be consistent. It's the only part.
Yeah, and I guess you don't have to think about it too much out of work. Like,
No,
you're either
work-
working or you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And so you're a trained engineer
Yeah,
and you left engineering to do firefighting.
yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
I've never been happier, yeah.
See, I'm in the moment, I don't know, I think I was telling other people earlier, but I'm a trained teacher
Okay.
and I've taught for 10 years and it's a good job. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah, me
but I've
neither,
lost
but-
my passion.
Yeah.
I'm not as passionate about it. And so I'm like trying to figure out what's next. And hearing of career changes, it makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, what I wanted was to have a job that I don't do the same thing every day. That's what I wanted, and I'm lucky that I found it. And it's a really rewarding job. I mean, you're helping people, so the pay is okay. The working hours are really nice. The colleagues you make are amazing. So it's the perfect job.
Yeah. That's good. Look, I really hope she comes over with more of the.
See, Belen,
It was incredible.
do you like them?
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not a big fan?
I know.
Are you
I
not
don't
a
like
sweet
sweet.
person?
No,
Oh.
I'm not sweet myself, so I don't need. Coge tú. Take.
Gracias.
Yo no quiero, Belén. Muchas gracias.
Yeah, these are
Do you like
incredible.
them?
Yeah.
I don't.
I could eat that whole tray. I should not, but I could.
Yeah, you can.
No, I'll let her share.
No, but it's more than enough, I think.
Yeah. It's Spanish food, man. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sweet. There is sweets everywhere, but I like them, but I'm not a sweet person. I prefer salty.
That's fair. That's
prefer,
fair. I'm
yeah.
a sweet person.
Okay. No, I don't carve chocolate or something like that. I don't.
So as a firefighter, I know that Spain is pretty expensive to live in, and inflation has hurt Spain
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Do you make enough money to survive on a firefighter?
Now I am a firefighter for the Air Force, so I'm starting to become a firefighter in a normal one. I'm a firefighter for planes. If you want to make a summary of it, if a plane crashes, that's my job in an airbase.
Very cool. That is very neat.
I get paid for touching planes, for touching fighter jets. So I'm really lucky. But I am a soldier. My job is a soldier. I mean, my rank is a soldier, so I get paid 1,000 euros.
Okay.
So, no, I have to live with my parents.
Yeah.
In Madrid, with 1,000 euros, you have to live with your parents. Maybe you can live outside, but you're going to save like 20 euros a month.
Yeah.
So it's impossible.
It's hard, man. It's hard. In Australia, the rent.
Really. I've
gone
read it
up
that I read that the rents in Australia, they are going insane, and the house prices in Spain is the same. Maybe not as bad as you or not as bad as Canada, but in Madrid, especially Barcelona, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, the houses are like 10 times more expensive than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the salaries haven't gone up 10 times, so
It's impossible.
it's impossible for the young people. We can't.
Is it because of is it overseas investors that are coming in?
Yes.
They're-
Not only, but there are a lot of companies that have like 5,000 units or 10,000 units, and there is no social housing. Like, for example, cities like Vienna. In Vienna, there is not this problem because 1 out of 3 houses is from the government. So if you want to put your house for rent, you have to compete with someone who doesn't want to profit so much from their citizens.
Yeah.
So the rent is really nice. But in Spain, there is almost nothing. In the 90s, there was the building boom in the 2000s before the 2008 crisis. And there is a lot of people who had a lot of interest to have a lot of houses. So there is people who have built it the whole building for them, 80 houses, 50 houses, 200, and then firms that had 1,000, 2,000. People think that you are someone if you have like maybe 2 houses because you had one and then you invested in you buy. That's nice. It's really good. This is not the problem. They are not the problem.
Yeah.
Some like maybe from my parents' age, they are 60. If they have 2 houses, they are not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is people who have like thousands of houses.
Yeah.
Thousands of houses.
That's When
the
organizations are buying up residential property,
Yeah.
it can cause a huge issue.
Yeah, nobody lives in the city center of Madrid. Nobody. It's only Airbnb, touristic places, maybe rich people who come here. But if you go to Madrid, you go to the city center, I'm from there, and I feel like I'm in Barcelona or in Amsterdam, who doesn't have like a soul. Like it's only you see the same business, like Burger King, McDonald's. Primark, Zara, the same business. There is no like this. You can see that this is different. But Madrid, if you walk the city center of Madrid, you walk the city center of Barcelona, it's basically the same.
Yeah.
I mean, different buildings, different things, but it has lost its soul because not because of the tourists, but because the people trying to exploit the tourist people, driving away the people who are from there.
Yeah, Airbnb.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a great idea.
But
It's been really bad
Yeah.
for cities.
Yeah.
Because when you can have somebody in your house 2 nights a week
Yeah.
and make as much money or more
Yeah.
as you can in one,
yeah, exactly.
in 1 week, it's like,
they can earn 4,000 euros for a house. Why are they going to rent me the house for 1,000? It will be silly. Of
you
course.
can't hate the people for doing it.
No.
Why?
I understand. But
It's so bad.
I
for
still live with my
society.
parents, so yeah.
Yeah. No, you are lucky though. I'm 33.
I'm 29.
Nice. When I was 29, I lived with my parents for 11 months. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved
it's
it.
nice,
It's magical.
but
Yeah.
it's nice, but.
But,
So Sam, I'm going to dance.
dude, absolute pleasure. Thank you so
Sorry
much.
for talking too much.
No.
But
You are fascinating.
you can come if you want.
Can I come dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, hells yeah.